I have to admit, I've always just kind of assumed that if I pay my car insurance and I, check the box that says full coverage, I'm basically bulletproof.
It's what everyone thinks. The name implies it, right?
Exactly. But after going through these documents, this cave law social media and content guide, I'm realizing that confidence is, well, it's pretty misplaced.
Yeah, and that's what we're digging into. It sounds like some dry marketing manual, but it's really a playbook. It shows you exactly how the insurance industry works behind the scenes.
It feels less like a manual and more like a survival guide. I mean, we're talking about legal traps, digital surveillance,
Yeah.
even why getting a check in the mail might be the worst thing that could happen to you.
The mission here is to just strip away those marketing terms and look at the actual, legal reality. And that reality check, it starts with the phrase you just said, full coverage.
Hold on, though. If my policy says full coverage, it has to mean something legally. They can't just make that up.
It's not that they're lying. It's that the term doesn't mean what you think it means. Full coverage. Usually, it just means the bank is protected. Your car gets fixed.
Okay.
But if you get hit by someone with no insurance, and the source points out they're everywhere, that full coverage might not pay a single dime for your medical bills.
So the car is fine, but I'm stuck with the ER bill.
Exactly. Unless you specifically have something called uninsured or underinsured motorist coverage, UM. The guide calls driving without it driving naked.
Wow, okay.
You need to pull out your deck page, your declarations page, and look for that specific line item. That's the only paper that actually matters.
Okay, so check the deck page. Got it. But let's talk about after the crash. A few days later, a check shows up, maybe $500, maybe $1,000. My first thought is great, but why are they paying me so fast?
You should absolutely be suspicious. That's what we call the quick check trap. It feels like great service,
It's
but
fine print.
there's always fine print. By cashing that check, you are almost always releasing them from all future claims.
So if 2 weeks later the adrenaline wears off and I realize my back is seriously messed up,
It's too late. You sold all of your rights for $500. Speed is your enemy here. The advice is blunt. Do not cash that check.
the other part of this that made me a little paranoid was the digital surveillance. I mean, I knew they investigated fraud, but this makes it sound like they're just watching your feed in real time.
In 2024, the first place an investigator looks isn't the police report. It's your Instagram. It's your Facebook.
They had that specific example. The client with a back injury who posts a photo hiking at Chautauqua.
That's the classic mistake. And here's the real danger. It could be a throwback photo,
Yeah.
from 3 years ago. You're laid up in bed, you're bored, so you post an old picture.
Right.
But the insurance company, they'll put that picture up in front of a jury and argue you're not hurt at all.
So it's not about proving you can walk. It's about making you look like a liar.
It is 100% about credibility. The second a jury thinks you lied about a hike, they'll think you're lying about the injury. It's over. The guide says delete the draft. If you have a claim open, just stay offline.
Okay, that's the digital world.
Mhm.
But what about the real world? The guide actually maps out these high-risk zones like the Aurora Bermuda Triangle.
Ah, yes, Parker Road and I-225. It's described as just chaos, high speeds, cars weaving everywhere, tons of rear-end collisions.
Sounds familiar.
And honestly, every single person listening has a spot just like that near them. The names change, but the risk is the same.
So what's the tip? Just drive safe.
No, it's more practical. Get a dash cam.
Yeah.
In those accidents where everyone is weaving, it always turns into a he said, she said mess. A dash cam is the only witness that can't be confused.
That makes sense. I want to touch on something else, a real barrier for people. You get hit, you're hurt, but you don't go to the doctor because you don't have health insurance. You're afraid of the bill.
That fear is completely valid. But skipping medical care, it ruins your health in your legal case. This is where medical liens come in.
So what is that exactly?
It's an agreement. A doctor or a therapist agrees to treat you right now, and they wait to get paid out of the settlement later on. It bridges that gap.
But it's not charity.
No, definitely not. They're putting a lien on your future settlement. If you don't win, or if the settlement is small, that debt doesn't just disappear. It gets you the care you need, but that cost comes out of the back end.
Which brings us to this final idea, which I gotta say, this one really surprised me. The trial lawyers versus settlers concept.
This part is fascinating. Insurance companies are data companies. They track everything. And they track which law firms take the first lowball offer. Those are the settlers, and which ones will actually take them to court. The trial lawyers.
Wait, so they have a database on whether my lawyer is a pushover?
Essentially, yes. They literally value your case based on who you hire. If your lawyer has a reputation for settling cheap, the insurance company's computer just spits out a lower number. They know they won't have to pay to fight.
That is just wild. It's like Moneyball for lawsuits.
It's all about leverage. Everything we've talked about, checking your duck page for yum, getting a dash cam, hiring a lawyer they actually fear, it's all about leverage.
The system is designed to pay you as little as possible, so preparation is the only thing you actually control.
It really is. You have to level the playing field before the game even starts.
I am 100% checking my policy tonight, and I want to leave you with this thought. If your Instagram feed is being treated as hard evidence by an insurance company, what else in your digital life is building a case against you right now without you even knowing it?
That's a very unsettling question.
Thanks for listening to The Deep Dive. Stay safe out there.